gonna start recording.
Chunky, you're gonna ruin the podcast, my dude.
It's
It's all about me.
all about me. You're a very selfish owner.
Oh, fuck yeah, I am, bitch.
All right, so we'll start with Adam. So basically, this is our official first UAG podcast. We got Philly and me, myself, and Gamer Chick. You know.
Hi.
Hey.
So let's all tell each other a little bit about ourselves. I'm a nerd, sports guy, and we'll get right in your face if you decide to try to make fun of me. Yeah,
that's true though.
Besides that, really, I like drinking and stuff, and yeah, typical.
I like drinking.
Typical normal stuff, you know. But yeah, that's really just a good basis. I'm Hispanic, so yeah, I'm a minority in this chat room right now.
Oh,
but yeah, so whoever wants to go next.
I'll go next just because mine's gonna be short. Hi, my name's Gamer Chick, and I'm just sitting here trying to figure out what I'm gonna order for food.
Hey, where are you ordering from again?
Del Taco. No,
just
they
had
have a crispy
Chipotle.
chicken taco.
What do you get from Chipotle, if you don't mind me asking?
A chicken bowl with everything on it.
Like literally everything, or just like?
No, we find guac and beans.
Okay.
Ooh, that sounds so good right now.
Yeah.
See,
But-
there's an epic crispy chicken and guac burrito right now, and I'm just like,
Hold on, Shane. DJ Philly's gonna tell us a little about himself now. Gosh.
I play sports. Well, I play basketball a lot with my friends. I work at McDonald's, so I get trashed on by that. And I like to play video games a lot.
What are the main video games you like to play?
It was Fortnite, but then I got tired of it, and I'm into Call of Duty now.
Well, that's good, man.
Minecraft.
Yeah. Oh yeah, plus Minecraft too.
That's good, man. I'm glad that you grew up in playing Warzone. I saw.
Yeah.
You ever want to play with me? Just let me know, man. I'm always down to play with some new people.
Yeah.
Don't be afraid to ask.
Should I be like legit in my introduction now?
If
Since everyone knows about my food.
If you want, it doesn't matter. This is like I said, we've already kind of done the goofy intro. If anything, I can redo the intro later. But if you want to redo yours, you can.
I don't really know what to say about myself.
Anything. You could tell us literally anything you want to know. Like I said, this is more for DJ over here to know more about you because all he knows is that you're the main owner of UAG. That's it. He doesn't really know anything else.
Yeah.
So it's basically you're telling him information because I already know you. So it's like there could be only small curveballs he throw at me. So yeah.
I think it'll go better if like people ask me some questions, you know.
Okay, so how many cats do you currently have in your household?
Wait, what?
How many cats do you currently have in your household?
God, I don't want to disclose that shit.
All you had to do was say I have a lot.
I have a lot. I didn't say that because a lot of them still haven't found homes yet.
Is there a reason for having all those cats?
Yeah, because we were dumb as fuck and we didn't get our cats fixed in time. That's on us. Like, we're fucking idiots.
You got any questions for her? I was just trying to make her say all that stuff.
What made you into like playing video games?
Oh gosh. Here comes the life story. So basically, when I was younger, you know, I always had a feeling that like I was different from my family. It was weird because like I didn't look anything like them, you know, and I was just like, that's so weird. And then like one day, being a stupid little toddler, I would like go and get into my parents' shit when they got pissed off at me. And then I found a birth certificate in a safe and I saw it. And there were two completely different names on my birth certificate. So I'm like, okay, so what does this mean? So basically, that's when we had the conversation that I was adopted when I was first born. So that pretty much started the whole depression type thing because I don't have a relationship with my real parents. So pretty much video games were the thing that was always constant in my life without changing, basically. Then when my mom passed away, still same thing. Like it was still always constant, and I would always find people that I'd always play with. So it never really changed for me, and that's why I still play it even to this day because of the same shit. Because like when I go through some bad crap or something, one day I always have Call of Duty to go play on with like my usual people that I always play with, or I can go to Minecraft or you know. So it basically saved my life from myself, if that makes sense.
Yeah. What was your first game that you got into?
Oh gosh. Oh god. Oh god. Okay. So the first legit game that I actually fell in love with was probably Call of Duty 1, the campaign for that one, and then Spyro. Everyone loves Spyro. You can't dislike Spyro. Like
I had that.
Spyro was
I fucking
dude,
love
man.
Spyro. Spyro's a good ass game.
I
Right?
had
Like
that game for
uh,
GameCube.
the game with like where you have to find the eggs and stuff. Yes.
Yeah.
Yep.
I had that shit for
My favorite.
PlayStation.
Oh, and then the old school like Tony Hawk game on like the PS1 or the PS2.
Tony Hawk Pro Skater 1, 2, and 3 are the best.
Right.
This underground shit I'm not a big fan of.
Why?
I don't know. I guess like I'm so used to shittier graphics, like it just made it so much better. Now that it looks a little more realistic, I'm just like, eh.
Right.
I don't know. Like it's kind of like at the time when those came out, it was like revolutionary. Like you really didn't see like stuff like that. It was really like ahead of its time, and then now I see it. I'm just like, eh. Like I'll play. Don't get me wrong. I've already played some of the newer ones, and the new one that's about to come out, it actually does really like it really does look good. Like it.
It came out.
Oh, it did. Oh shit.
It came out today. Yeah.
Okay, well, then I might take a little bit more of a gander. Maybe I might buy it.
Maybe I'm a buyer.
Because from one of the trailers that I saw, it like looked like one of the old maps they're bringing back, and that was pretty cool. Or like one of the old like shits that you had to do. So I don't know. Just like for me, like that was really fun to play growing up too. That was definitely one of the games I loved playing.
Yeah. Tony Hawk. Tony Hawk was fun.
Hell yeah.
Oh yeah. Nostalgic. Okay, you stupid app.
So wait, where did everybody start? Like, what system was your very first system, or wherever, or like whatever?
Oh god.
Mine was the Nintendo 64, and then I got introduced to Sega, so I kind of went backwards. So,
Oh nice.
so yeah, but I was a huge Nintendo 64 fan, and then, like I said, we got our hands on a Sega, and then we got our hands on a freaking Super Nintendo, so it was like, whoa. But yeah,
Oh heck yeah.
so basically I started off on Nintendo.
I started with
I
the
started
GameCube.
off. Oh, GameCube, yes.
Yeah.
I think I started with the. I don't remember if the PS1 came out first before the actual legit Game Boy came out, but I'm trying to picture together like the Game Boy came out first,
Mm-hmm.
I believe. Right?
Yeah, the
so
Game
I
Boy
started
came
with
out.
a Game Boy. Like I had a red one, and I started playing the old school Pokemon games on there.
So did you have the big thick one or the Game Boy
And then
Advance, the
went
one
up
that
to
was like a flip one?
the Game Boy Advanced.
Okay, so yeah, you start. I was
My parents were bougie like that at the time.
no, I was about to say because like Game Boy, like when it first started, it was freaking like a little like white block, basically, little like a calculator, and then it widened a little bit, like the Switch type of thing, like Switch. It just looked like that a little bit, but a like smaller version, obviously. And then it went to Game Boy Advance, was the small like flip one, which I had too.
Yeah.
I had that. Yeah.
Yep. And then it went up to the PS1, and then the Nintendo DS, and then it just kept going up to like the PS2, PS3. You know.
So, what were your favorite games on GameCube?
For me, it was Spiral. It was the
Yes.
egg hatcher one.
Uh,
And then like I was in like there's a game called Top Gun. I was into that. Tony Hawk and like all the sports games.
heck yeah. You use Michael Vick and Madden 04 a lot?
Yeah.
that was a cheat code.
Yes.
that was definitely a cheat code. But yeah, that was very interesting times back then. Now we have all these like newer systems. PC's a big thing, like for gaming too, and it's just crazy.
Yeah.
Okay, what is everybody's stance on console and PC?
Oh man. Oh.
Let's start a nice, good, strong debate now.
Oh no. No.
Like for me, like obviously I grew up console hardcore, so literally in the past couple, I'd say about month and a half, I literally have been on PC, and I see a big difference. I see why some people are calling it the master race, but there's just certain games you really don't need a PC for, so that's why I haven't given up on console yet. So for me, like I see where they're coming from, but I don't see it at the same time because, especially with Fortnite and Call of Duty, according to them, the aim assist is freaking godly, and I'm like, it really isn't.
It's really not. It's really not.
It's just
honestly.
the thing is people just know how to abuse it, right? They just know what they need to do. That's what makes the aim assist stronger. And I get it. Yeah, I've seen where the aim assist does pull me really quickly, but after the pull, like it's your aim at that point, right? So I don't know. Like for me, I'm not one of those people that agrees with the stupid. Oh, you get so much aim assist. You have aim assist. Like, bro, you have keyboard and mouse. You're meant to kill the shit out of me. Like,
yeah, you have your full arm to actually like use your mouse, and like you have your hands for your keyboard, but at the same time, compared to thumbsticks, you're gonna have so much of a faster like reaction time compared to a console player.
well, also it's a little harder on joysticks because like one little slight movement and you're already all like not even aiming at your target anymore. With a mouse, you can be very precision. Like it is that like I that's why I don't get with people. I'm like, bro, you could literally kill the shit out of me. I'm sorry that you're not as good as you think you are, just because I'm on controller. But there's a reason why, like, you should be killing me. Like, you should.
Oh, yeah.
Plus, you're getting faster frames than me too, so you should be able to. You should see me before I even kill you.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
But go ahead, you guys. I've said a good amount, so I need to hear from y'all too.
I'd like to hear DJ's take on that.
Yeah.
So I used to play on console. I used to play with like Xbox. Then I had the PlayStation 4, and then I switched to PC because my friend was building one and he wanted me to build one too. So ever since then, it was PC. I've seen like the difference, but like I wish I still had my PlayStation 4. Like you said, like the graphics and like the aim assist isn't too much different.
Right.
Like it's hard on keyboard and mouse, but like you have more room to do what you want to do than with a joystick.
Oh yeah. I also think that like the graphics on a PC is 10 times better than a console too, just because of their, just how PCs are.
Yeah.
They have a like it's not like really an advantage against console players, but like, it's way more, what's the word for it? Special, I guess you would say. Like if you have a really good game with a like really good graphics, like top tier graphics, PC is gonna get more of that payout than a console player is going to.
Yep.
A little jealous about that.
And I think that's why there's a debate, is because like these graphics.
Mm-hmm. For sure.
Good points. Good points.
Points. Sorry, I'm ordering my food.
It's all right. Like I said, this isn't meant like for strict always like talking about topics, but it's just we can literally just be goofy at the same time, like Like obviously you can see that me and Shannon over here, or Gamer Chick. Sorry, I'm so used to saying both of them. We're very outgoing type personality, so we can't ever shut up sometimes.
Yeah.
And you seem like a more mellow, chill back.
Well, like when I was growing up, I had a speech impediment, so like that's why like I don't really talk that much.
Nah, bro, don't worry.
Like, I'm trying to break that point.
Hey man, everybody that has to make fun of you because of it is just being an asshole and insecure about themselves. It's okay, my girl has a little bit of a speech impediment too. She just walked through the door.
That's woo. And that's what I always say, like on Twitter. Like, if people are making fun of you just because of how your voice is, or how like
turn off the air if you
something
want.
you can't control, like you're legit a piece of shit. Like, there's obviously something within you that other people don't like, but you don't see like everybody else making fun of you for your voice or how your eyes shaped are, or you know,
Or don't listen.
it's stupid.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, man, don't ever let that discourage you. Like I said, especially being a streamer too. Don't like ever think, just because someone decides to be a dick and troll you about it. Don't worry about it, man. Like
Heck no.
right now, if you can't already see, obviously Shane goes under fire every time she posts something. So everybody gets picked on, man. So
Yeah, I see that all the time.
even big streamers right now. I forget who it was. It was on Tim the Tatman's stream the other day. I forget who was complaining about Twitch. I can't remember who exactly, but he's a guy that's been like around for longer than Tim and a lot of other real big popular streamers right now. And he was not complaining, but saying that he was tired of his chat like always making fun of him and being toxic and stuff like that. And he wished that like Twitch could really like fix stuff like that. And you really can't.
About Summit.
Yeah, there we go. Summit, yeah. Summit was really like not happy with like just Twitch in general, and he was just saying that chat and everything was making it worse.
I heard that like he's thinking about quitting Twitch.
Yeah, because he doesn't. He's tired of all the toxicity that he's receiving in his chat, and like, I get it. At the same time, you should know that everybody's like a bigger person behind the screen, right? Like, it's not like in real life you're gonna do half the stuff that you say online, right? You may do a little bit, right? But most of the time, you're just all talk, right? So, I feel.
Like,
go ahead.
Especially like like in Call of Duty, right? Like whenever you see a gamer chick, everyone like talks shit about the gamer chick, but like really like in person they like know her, like they always gonna stand behind it. It's like a double standard with that shit. Cause like today I was playing, I think I was playing Search and Destroy or something, and the other team was talking shit about the girl that was on my team, and I was like trying, and it was uncalled for.
And it happens so much, and like I said, right now, like especially in games like COD and really big games that you can have a voice chat in, it is toxicity to the max because they can. Like, I know I've done it, and I know everybody's had their moments that they do it, so no one's immune to it. It just happens. But there's a fine line of where you are like really being offensive to where you're just having fun, cracking some jokes.
Just like DJ was saying, it's like a double standard because, like, me myself, I get a lot of backlash for playing Call of Duty just because I'm female, but at the same time, like, I have to hold myself accountable because I can say some pretty fucked up shit to the men in there too. Like if you're gonna make fun of me for being, let's say, quote unquote fat, like I can't just go back at you and make fun of your like penis size. You know what I mean? Because that's like the same exact shit.
Wait, was she
And I
only?
think that's where a lot of people are miscommunicating. Like you don't want people to do that to you. You can't do that to them. You know what I mean?
Right.
Yeah.
Was she robotic for you? Because she was a little robotic for me.
Mm,
I was talking to DJ. I said, was she robotic a little bit
robotic
during?
right now.
Yeah,
Probably.
no, she was robotic.
Okay, I didn't know if it was just me because sometimes my internet be dumb. But no, yeah, she has a good point.
Internet sucks, okay?
No, I'm making sure it's not me because I know it can happen to me. Like, yeah, like, it is a double standard because you know what's funny is too when you're doing good, usually most times that's when you get the most toxicity.
Mm-hmm.
When you're doing bad, yeah, you definitely you know it's coming, but when you're doing good, that's when you hear stuff like, "Whoa, like bro, like really? Just because she's beating you? Like, yeah, you'll hear like your teammates egging you on, like, bro, you getting beat by a girl."
Yeah,
So.
it's weird. When people do that to me, am I still robotic at all?
No, you're good. You're good.
You
A little
good?
bit.
No, you're
Okay.
good. I think you're good.
So when I'm at the top of the leaderboard, right? I'm doing pretty freaking well for myself. And when I post everything, people are like, "Oh, that's camping, yada yada yada." I get that in game too. But at the same time, like you don't come at me when I'm at the top of the leaderboard and you're negative towards me, telling
Mm-hmm.
me to go do your dishes, to go do your laundry, to make you a sandwich. It's like, "No, dude, really? Like you're the one that's down at the bottom and you're talking shit to me. Like,
Yeah, you're definitely cut out
why
there.
don't you go do that for me then?" That's like the biggest toxic part that I always do because they're like, "Go do my dishes." I'm like, "Bitch, I'm at the top of the leaderboard. You're fucking like 2-6. Go do mine." You know what I mean? It's just, I don't know.
No, I get it. Like I said, I totally get it. It's a very hard thing to deal with, and just in general, when you're a person that's trying to do something that's like inspiring and stuff like that, you're always gonna have haters, no matter what. Even with this right here, I'm not expecting us to become famous off doing stuff like this. Like, I just want to have fun, have a good time, create some content. And yeah, if the fame comes, it comes. But if it doesn't, yeah, it's gonna suck. But at the same time, it's still a good way for all of us to get to know each other. And yeah, we're gonna receive some backlash, probably for sure when we post. Maybe, I don't know.
Yeah,
So
because I'm sure Perez remembers, but I don't want to bring up a certain situation, but like when we had to deal with some stupid bullshit that happened within UAG, was like, "Oh, you guys aren't gonna go anywhere, yada yada yada." And I'm just like, "So we're not gonna go anywhere because we don't stand bullying, we don't stand racial shit, we don't stand for discrimination against anybody. And if that makes us not go anywhere, then I'm gonna be fucking happy because I'm not just gonna be like anyone that stands for that shit and just become famous because of it. Hell no. I'd rather
Yeah.
UAG not go anywhere and stand with our morals the longest than anybody else."
right. Yeah, like I said, it's crazy. It's just everybody they always find something to make fun of you about. It's either your gameplay, physical appearance, whatever you're doing, the way you sound,
Gender,
yeah, just
sexual preference, like
everything.
it's like, dear God, let people live. Let them have fun. You know what I mean? Like, who fucking cares about their skin color? Who cares about who they're with right now? Like, Jesus, if they're a good player, they're a good player either way. They're a good content creator. They're a good content creator either way.
Right.
No, it doesn't. That stuff doesn't matter.
All right. Well, let's hear a little bit more from DJ because it's like I said, we're chatterboxes.
Yeah, no.
Yeah, DJ, be vocal. Be vocal.
I know it's like me, like I hate how like in the United States it's all about like white privilege, but like it's really shouldn't be. Like we should be like connecting with each other. We should be like supporting everyone because like we're all in one. Like yeah, we might be different in our own ways, but like we still live our lives. We still do whatever. Like me personally, I hate seeing all these like African Americans dying because of these police officers not giving them a chance to like
Mhm.
do it. Like it just pisses me off because like I know for a fact that like if you're a police officer, you don't get trained to just shoot at someone just to shoot them. Like you like either like tase them or like you just try and get them down and get them settled, but like they don't do that anymore. I think
Yeah.
like the police academy is going away from what it was supposed to be, and they're going farther and farther away from what it was.
Yeah.
And like
Yeah.
racism is so stupid.
Oh
Everyone's
no.
everyone's is made for like everyone's the same in the end.
Mhm.
Sorry, I
So
was stretching.
no, it's fine. So how has you guys' states dealt with this COVID situation?
You can go first, Shannon.
I'm not I'm not gonna try to say anything like extremely bad or slanderous towards, the person who runs Oregon, but let me tell you, like, from the beginning, it was always serious to a lot of people in Oregon. Like, no matter what your standpoint is within the political shit, like, everyone was, like, trying to wear masks, they were washing their hands, but basically, I was doing my research, and when people started losing their jobs and, like, they had to go on unemployment, and when the first round of stimulus checks came up into the question, like, our governor did not do anything. She didn't sign for anything to help the workers. She didn't sign anything for, the front line people who are doing their jobs even still. And we were all just dumbfounded. Like, how are you just going to let your people sit here and pretty much die with no money, with no actual money going towards hospitals and police officers and firefighters? Like, because they're not able to do their job enough now because, they can barely work as it is. And she's still getting backlash even till this day because we still have riots going on in Portland and people are still dying randomly for no reason, and she's not doing anything about it. Like, ugh,
That's crazy.
dear Lord, save us.
Mine's short and sweet. Nothing's really happened that's crazy. Yeah, a lot of cases. I've definitely kept my distance from people. But besides that, honestly, my state hasn't been too bad. They definitely seem to be helping with people that's struggling to find work and stuff. There are still a lot out of work just because we're still not at the stages where companies can just start hiring willy nilly. Most of them don't really want to hire just yet because then they got to make sure they get tested and everything like that. So there's new protocols that everybody has to deal with, and yeah, we saw the first glimpse of it yesterday when we decided to go out for my son's birthday because he wanted to go to IHOP and he wanted to eat there. But the new protocols, at least right now, is no more than I think it's 4 at a table. So a few people had to sit like 6 feet. So like basically at another table because we couldn't all sit together. But it was still a fun time. Don't get me wrong. So it's just adjusting, to be honest. I feel like the state of Maryland is doing. Sorry, that's where I'm at. Is in Maryland.
Maryland?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm in Ohio. Everyone was praising my governor when it first started, and now like everyone's like trying to backlash him about it.
Right.
Cause like, I mean like Ohio's like it wasn't bad in the beginning, but now it's like we getting like all these tests and done, and like just a test on high than what he expected, and no one's been listening. Everyone thinks the mask rule is stupid, but
Honestly, I don't think it's stupid. I know it doesn't fully protect you from the virus. I get that part. But at the same time, if you have potentially have it, right, at least it's staying on you, right? Versus you coughing or sneezing or whatever. I understand it's gross to feel your own hot breath and feel snot like maybe coming out of your nose, but for me, I'd rather it be in your mask versus getting all over somewhere randomly, because you don't really know where your snot or spit goes when you don't close your mouth or whatever, right? And even when you sneeze into your hands, you're still going and touching something. So to me, I feel like the masks are definitely a good idea. It's not obviously the, I guess, best way to not get it, but it's the best way to not spread it in a way, because the germs can live on the mask, and as long as the mask doesn't touch anything or you touch the mask too much when you're out, then you should be okay. But for me, I strongly believe in the mask. I feel like I feel like it has its purpose, but in those ways, I'm not saying it's gonna keep you from getting it. What I'm saying is at least you're not contaminating anywhere for someone to possibly get it, because there are cases where you don't even show symptoms but you have it. So that's my argument towards it, and I know not everybody would ever agree to that, and I know everybody will pull out studies saying, oh, well, wearing masks is harmful for your health, and I'm like, well, everything's harmful for our health. Like, it doesn't matter. There's one day fucking like cocaine is bad for you, the next thing you know, cocaine has some nutrients in it that we need for medicine. It's like, what?
That's the craziest thing too with COVID. Like, back in like last year during December, like during the wintertime, our whole house was so sick and we had no idea what it was. Like, because we had, the common cold symptoms, but then we were throwing up, we were having diarrhea, we were having all of that nasty stuff. And we're just like, this is not just the regular cold, dude. And this lasted for like 2 to 3 weeks at a time.
Right.
And we're all just like, we probably already had it.
Yeah,
And we didn't know.
Yeah, and that's the scariest part. You just don't know.
Yeah, it's crazy. Like, I don't get why people like get mad and like businesses to refuse their business because they aren't wearing a face mask. Like, it's required.
Yeah,
to wear a face mask. So like, why aren't you in public? First off, without a mask. Like, I don't get that.
Because they don't believe in what it does. They also want to be a rebel. They all probably also don't think they'll ever catch it. So they're just treating it like this pandemic really doesn't exist. And people like that are the reason why there are like mad diseases and stuff, because there's always going to be that one person that's going to say, you know what? I don't care. I'm going to still do what I want to do.
Like, right? Honestly, like, yeah.
So, and I'm like that sometimes too. Like, don't get me wrong, I'm not no fucking poster boy for following the rules. Like, there are some times where I'm like, fuck it, I'm gonna do it anyways. Like, type of scenarios. But with this whole mask thing, I haven't fought it. Like, yeah, when it was first being introduced, before it was mandatory, like, yeah, I wasn't really wearing it. I would wear it a little, but not as much. But then as soon as it became mandatory, I was like, all right. And then I learned a little bit about it, and I'd rather, if I have it, maybe at least it stays on my mask, and then no one else gets it, hopefully.
Yeah.
But
like, for me, like, if you go out in public, of course, like, wear your mask. But like, if you're like, so like, if you're not in like a big party, or like there's not a lot of people in a certain area, honestly, like, the only thing I don't like about it is the fact that, like, if like, it's your choice, you know what I mean? It's like, I hate saying it this way, like, your body, your choice, you know what I mean? But like, if you're out in public with a lot of people there, you need to do it. But like if you're just by yourself or like with a couple of people that you know that don't have it, you already got tested, you don't have it, that's your choice. Whatever. Just don't start throwing shit down other people's throats. Don't be like, "Oh, you're a fucking idiot because you're not wearing your mask even when you're by yourself." You know what I mean? Don't shove it down people's throat. Like you do you, other person will do them. Like it's saying it, but if they're gonna be stupid, they're gonna get the consequence. You're not gonna do it. Like you're not gonna be the one to do that to them.
Right.
Yeah, so like in my city, in the past 2 days, well, the past week, we have like 2 small businesses in our city, and people came into the businesses and they started yelling at like the 16-year-olds that work there about like them, like, because like the 16-year-olds were saying like you gotta wear a face mask, and they were like complaining that like they don't have one, and like you should take care of my business. And I'm like, just be nice to the 16-year-olds. Like, yeah, they don't have to be there to support you, but like you gotta like be nice.
Yeah. Like that's like the basic thing that's wrong with the United States, right? Like cuz it's like Perez usually says to me during like an argument, or if I'm like crying to him about if someone yelled at me, you know what I mean? It's how you say it, you
Yeah.
know? You have to have the right attitude in order for your words to get into some other people's ears. Like if you're just full on yelling at them and cussing them out and stuff and calling them stupid, obviously they're not going to listen to you. Like
And
who
it's like,
would?
the 2 businesses also have like, it's like younger girls too, so like it's like even more bad because like it's a double standard, because I know if they were in that position, they wouldn't want people to come into their store and yell at them. So it's like, just be nice. Like,
Old
just
saying, treat people the way you want to be treated. I know it's the most cliche saying that people say all the time, but that saying is like legit, because whenever you're in an argument or disagreement, like you're always saying like, if someone comes at me like that, like I'm gonna do this and that. So it's like, as long as you treat somebody the way you want to be treated, then they won't come at you all sideways,
Yeah.
So, and I know for sure, being a McDonald's worker, I know you probably get nonstop people that don't listen. So, like you were saying, I know those places are definitely one of the ones people just, they say fuck it. They really just don't give two shits.
Yeah, especially since like I'm a manager, I have to like boss them around.
Right.
And it's just,
Well, and like I think the main point is like people need to remember like yeah, the elderly are like the biggest thing that we need to protect right now. And most of those elderly people can't wear a mask because they have asthma, they have other diseases that doesn't allow them to breathe properly, or like lung cancer patients or cancer in general, because like chemo totally destroys your body, and when you're putting a mask over your face, it's constricting that airflow as it is already.
Right.
You know what I mean? And so some people can't wear a mask, and people don't really understand that. Like, why don't you ask the questions before you yell at someone? Like, are you okay? Like, can you not breathe? Is that why you're not wearing a mask? You know what I mean?
Yeah, but that's a double standard right there too, because then anybody could say that. I'm not saying just
Oh yeah,
like it
for sure, dude.
to destroy your argument, but there's people that will just be like, "Oh yeah, I can't breathe." Like that's very hard to like prove. I know, like it's very hard to just ask somebody that and they'll come up with an excuse, and it's like, do you believe them? Do you not? It's like, is it worth the real fight? Is it stuff like that? That's the bad part about it all. You just don't know who's really telling you the truth and who's not. There are restrictions though of who doesn't have to. Like I think if you're above the age of like 70 or something, you don't have
I
to.
think small children don't have to wear them either, but
Yeah, anybody.
like if I'm out and an elderly person with a cane or like their oxygen tank, I'm not gonna question it. Like those are the only people I don't question as elderly. Like
Yeah, and they're already
you don't want to wear a mask, you do you.
Right, and they're already suggesting that old people, the elderly, sorry, really not engage as much. Try to keep their distance as much as possible. I know where right now COVID isn't where it was when it first started, obviously, because we're starting to get a little bit better. States are able to open up with a little bit more. Everybody's going into different phases. I know some states didn't even do anything for Corona. They just fucking said fuck
definitely.
it. Which is you know what? That's the risk they took, and obviously certain areas got hit way more than others, and places are still getting hit. Like this thing isn't going away because one, we don't have a cure for it, and two, we have a limited amount of supplies for an antivirus for it. So it's like, just because you make it through doesn't mean if you catch it again you're gonna die, right? Like, you could die technically even from like it the first time around, just because you think, oh, we have a medicine that may work. It may not work on your body, and next thing you know, unfortunately, you are kicking the bucket. Right?
Yeah, that's the thing, right? Because, like, you could be doing something you usually do, or someone could be, like, trying, like, let's say, like, someone who just turned 21 years old goes to their first bar, right? And has their first drink. Their body might not take it and they could actually die. You could eat something one night and get appendicitis. Like, anything can kill you.
Yeah.
Literally anything. And people just don't remember that.
And how old are you again, DJ?
I'm 25.
Okay, so yeah, that's definitely even harder for you to tell people what to do, because when they see a little young whippersnapper, that some older people like to say, they don't like getting bossed around by somebody that's not of elderly stature, or basically older, because when you're younger and you have authority, a lot of people don't like that. Like, even the younger people don't like that.
Also, I've been there for 8 years, so I have seniority over everyone else, because I've been there. I've done everything at McDonald's, so they know that I know what needs to be done. Some people get what I want them to do, and just some people just say fuck it. I just want to collect a paycheck and leave. That's half of these kids. They just come to work just to get the money and then leave. It's they don't have the great mindset of me personally. When I got a job, I'm okay, I gotta get money because I gotta pay my bills in the future, and these kids don't realize they could be saving this money for college, for a car, for trips that they want to take, but in the end they don't save anything, and they complain about them not having any money. So
yeah.
Oh yeah, for sure. I was like that. Whatever little money I got, oh my god, dude, I was spending it right away. But most of the time it was on girls, because I was usually having to take them out on dates. But that's
girls out on dates. Oof.
Yeah. So, all right, so let's go this route then. All right, we had a good conversation about COVID. Now let's go into a little bit of our past relations with how growing up. For me, I played girls like a fucking fiddle. I can tell you that now. I was one of the worst people that there was when it came to girls. It's not that I didn't respect them, it's that at one point I was you're just a number to me.
Yeah.
I can admit that now because I'm older. Obviously, I'm not doing that stuff anymore, so it's I've reflected on it already, and I already know it was bad. And I know people are like, "Oh, really? You were one of those people back then?" Because I'm not the same weight I was when I was in high school. I was fucking a buck, 80, not even sometimes, maybe 175. And now I'm over 200, so it's I don't look like what I used to look like. Obviously, also because I'm older, so I got the dad bod going now, even though dad bods are in. So, but
dad bods in trend now, though.
No, I know, that's what I'm saying. But what I was trying to say is that people that were probably gonna view this video and critique it, they'll be like, "Oh, this dude's probably full of shit," and I'm like, "No, I'm not." You can even ask the current girl that I'm with. My significant other, she'll tell you that I did it to her. I remember I was with her and another girl, and I literally just went back and forth.
Yeah.
So like I said, be in the top shape, but I can still kick ass. But I was just throwing that out there. But either way, but the point is I was a big ladies man because I grew up being a jock. So I literally just treated girls like number. You don't want to know really my sex, like my actual count, like with how many girls I've hit, like sexual wise, not physically. um,
Not that booty cheek.
yeah, like my number's high up there, and like I said, I went through, I guess, puberty very early because I was really fascinated with girls at a very young age. I'd say about like third grade, I looked at girls like how I look now. Like I'm like, damn girl, you looking good. The fuck? Like, and like in third grade, it's like you're still like losing teeth, freaking still becoming like your own person, right? So it's like, how can like a third grader be looking at like people like that? But I did, and then like shit, some teachers I had, god damn, they were so fine, but I was just a little innocent little kid to them. So none of that worked out there. But when I got to high school, though, I did almost have a chance with my English teacher, but she just didn't want to meet up. So
tea is boiling hot.
Yeah, so I literally had her in the bag, and when I asked her to prom, she winked note at me, and I had like a little side conversation with her, and she just said like she doesn't want to jeopardize her job or anything like that, and I was like, damn. I was like, but how about after prom? And she really didn't answer the question. She kind of just like shrugged it off. And when I saw her at prom, I was like, I was macking as hard as I could, but she just wouldn't leave with me, so I left with the date that I was with. We went to an after party, and yeah, but like I said, the closest I ever got was my junior year. But if it would have happened, bro, I would have told the world.
Oh yeah.
I would have been famous. I would be like, y'all need to pull up this article. It's still there. Because I know for sure some stupid person is going to be like, you raped my child. I'll be like, bitch, I'm fucking 16 years old. I ain't getting raped. I was enjoying it.
In reality, the child was the one doing it.
Right? I was the one that pursued it. She just said yes. Because I ain't no raper.
I want to hear DJ's story now.
Yeah, go ahead, DJ. Take the floor.
I mean, I just think I grew up playing sports my whole entire life. So like in high school, I played baseball, but like I played baseball 2 out of the 4 years because I got cut my sophomore year and my senior year. But like my senior year, like I knew why I got cut because like we combined schools my senior year, so they just combined like the baseball teams. But like for like ladies wise, like I always had a girlfriend, but like I knew how to treat them because like I'm like in my mind it's like I want the girl that I treat the like if my sister had a boyfriend, I want to make sure like she was treated the way like I wanted my sister to be. So like I always treated her with respect, and like we just did it. Like currently, I don't like my love life sucks, but I'm not looking into it. I was never like looking into a relationship. If it happened, it happened, and yeah, that's basically it. Cause like I work most of the time, or I'm like playing basketball. I never go out, especially since COVID. But I'm trying to change that.
And I'm sitting over here like, damn, I'm gonna have the longest story out of both of them. Shit. What is it? My turn now?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
No. So okay, here we go. So I'm gonna start off from the very, very beginning. When I was younger, like I think it was like elementary, middle school, right? Every single girl, I swear to God, no one can ever deny this if you're a woman now. you were boy crazy literally all the fucking time. Like you'd start saying, "Oh, that guy's so cute. He plays basketball. I want to be with him." Or he's a football player. He's so fucking hot. Look at his abs. You know what I mean? And we're all like fucking 11 to 15 years old,
You know
not
what's
knowing jack shit.
so funny is this is so true because I had a sister growing up and this is all I heard. So keep going.
Right?
Yeah. Yep.
Uh,
But keep going.
basically, like, since I was in kindergarten, I don't know if anyone in my childhood's gonna watch this or hear this, so I'm just, I'm gonna go full out. But like, since kindergarten, I grew up in school with like all the same people. Like, of course, we had a couple of like exchange students, we had a couple of people move, you know, but pretty much we were all a tight knit community because I'm just gonna say it, Mount Shasta, California is so small. So all of us grew up together, which I think made like the boy crazy stuff a little bit more crazy because we know who they are, we know who their parents are, we know where their parents work, like we just know everything about them, right?
Mm-hmm.
So then going into more of the middle school, I think, yeah, mostly middle school, around 8th grade, freshman year high school, I started my first job ever, right? And I was like a busser girl, like who cleans tables and shit like that. And there was a cook who worked there. Um, and he looked to be my age, and of course I didn't fucking ask him because I was a dumbass bitch. But he was so cute, and I was so fucking crazy about him. So I
Mm-hmm.
just keep going to work overtime, 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 all the time, just to see him. And then come to find out, like this guy was like 20 something years old, and I hate being the Debbie Downer, but I ended up, going through the whole RAPE
Oh.
thing. So when that all happened, like I didn't really understand what it was still, just because like no one really in my community had sex at a young age. So I didn't understand what it was at the time. And then when he tried to pursue the relationship more, I was like, oof, no, like I'm good. Like I just found out your real age. Like, no, thank you. He would go to my friends and do it to them. And the best part is, I don't know if she's ever gonna watch this, but her dad was a sheriff. So him doing that to her was probably the worst idea he possibly could have done because he got caught like sneaking into her house in her bed and all that bullshit. So of course he got prosecuted. I had to go to court. I had to go talk to the district attorney, all of that bullshit. And that straight up ruined me. Literally ruined me at such a young age because all I wanted to do was be in a relationship with a guy that accepted me and that loved me. Because, like, my mom already passed away. Like, I was trying to find someone who loved me and, like, took care of me and stuff. So in high school, I'm just gonna say it. I was a dumbass bitch. I was a big ass hoe, just like Perez said. Like high school. But the problem with me was I was just trying to find someone who would actually love me and give me that attention. And I took things like that way too seriously. So when a guy would say something nice to me, like so I was like sophomore in high school, senior guy starts gawking at me, right? And I'm like, oh my God, a senior likes a sophomore, you know what I mean?
Right, and then when you
So
look
we
at the
start
other way
talking, we
around,
start
it's a
hanging
little
out,
weird.
right? Like I'm all freaking out because a top football player senior liked me and started talking to me, which by the way, I hope he's doing great in life because now after all of his fucking around, he got a girl pregnant. So hope that's going well. Um, but basically he would just tell me the shit that I wanted to hear, the shit that would make me like sort of make me feel obligated to have sex with him just
Right.
because like I was so emotionally down. And that's pretty much what every single guy fucking did throughout high school until my I'm going to say my first actual relationship ever. Um I was a senior and he was a junior, so of course yeah, my best friend at the time, and I knew he liked me, and I just kept saying no, just for the simple fact I didn't want to ruin that relationship because I felt that love with him just being friends. But then, like, one random day, another one of my friends was like, "Oh, just say fuck it. What's the worst that could happen?" You know what I mean? I'm like, "Okay, fuck it. Let's go." I told him finally, "Hey, let's date." You know what I mean? And it was so bad, so freaking bad. That ladies, don't ever date your best friend. Don't fucking do it.
Wait a minute. Hold on. I got like one small interjection into there because, first of all, I've dated like a long time best friend, and yeah, me and her obviously didn't end up together, but um, like we had a great relationship. It was actually one of my better ones out of all the ones that I actually tried to have. Like that one was like we were ride or dies. I really thought she was the one, but then she moved and she ended up like despising me. How's it going, Toe Cutter?
I'll rephrase it. Some people don't date your best friend. Some. Not all, some. Cause like this guy was like he was like my best friend. Like I'd tell him everything. He would always come over when I was upset, you know, we would just sit there and talk and like do our homework together and talk about some serious shit. And then throughout the relationship, it was more of like, because I'm just gonna say it, I took his virginity, and I think that's where all the toxicity and like the abuse and all of that shit started coming out because he was so attached to me.
Right.
But then, because I was a senior in high school, I had to start thinking about college. I had to start thinking about scholarships. I had to start thinking about a lot of other shit. So I was like a cheerleader in high school. I did softball, I did basketball, I did all of that shit. But he just didn't like the simple fact that I was around other people or like I wasn't talking to him 24/7. And that's where he started becoming physically and emotionally abusive, you know? So
Bruh,
then,
I would
like
have beat
towards the
him
end of
up.
the relationship, he pushed me down to the ground during a football game when I was cheerleading, and people started noticing that. Like my cousin was there because she was an assistant coach. She freaked the fuck out. Like the cops got called to the football field. So he just sat in my fucking car and pretty much hid the whole time until the football game was over. We went home. And it just got so much worse after that because, like, he ended up trying to push me out of his truck before. He started saying some really fucked up shit. Like I said, hope he's doing good in life now. I still see you stalking my Instagram and shit. Like, I see you. Don't you worry. Let's just say
My
karma is a real bitch.
my
And now, like,
sorry.
I'm just saying.
My buddy
Karma's
Toe
a
Cutter
bitch.
says,
That took
"Control freak, run, girl, run."
Like,
It,
whoever dates him next, just be fucking prepared. As long as he's still in therapy, as long as he's still doing good, like, you're okay. But once he stop doing therapy, once he starts saying some weird shit that you've never heard him say before, get the fuck out real quick. And if his parents get involved, run the fuck away. Because his parents hated me and tried everything to break us up before. And now Karma's a bitch, and his dad was investigated for being a pedophile.
yikes!
So, Karma's a bitch.
That's a big yikes.
But yeah, but like now, like I've talked to him a couple of times before, like probably like the last year or so. Like he's doing good. He's doing better. I think he's a firefighter now slash EMT. He has his own place. He's doing good, and we're okay. Like if I saw him on the street, I'd be like, hey, how are you doing? But relationships for me were sucky as fuck until now.
Toe Cutter said he'll never let it go.
Pretty much. He fucked up my life for a while.
Bro, I would have beat him up if I would have saw just you that moment you
Oh,
getting,
you know,
yeah, moment you getting shoved. I'm one of those people that would have just started like beating the shit out of somebody. Just be like, first of all, I don't give a fuck what your situation is. Don't you do that.
do I need to go into what happened with him after me and my fiance now started dating?
That's up to you. That's up to you if you want to release that type of personal information.
That's up to you.
I'm gonna be called a dumb bitch in the comments, but whatever.
I swear to
First
God.
love. Everyone has that first love, you know?
Oh my God, you were one of those people.
That first love. When that first love comes back and they seem better, you know what I mean? They were better than before.
Oh my
But in
God, you're one
reality,
of
they were
those
just
people.
being a fucking scumbag. I was dating my fiance at the time. He wasn't my fiance then, but I was still conflicted because like I didn't know if I loved my fiance that I have now or if I still loved him. So I needed to figure that out. When I finally ended up deciding that it just wasn't going to work out with my ex, he got so pissed. he started leaving me random fucking letters on my truck door and coming up to where me and my fiance now live, like back in the day, leaving me notes on our door and knocking and crying the whole time.
Tokari, really? You were one of those people?
Let me beat him the fuck up. Please let me. But I couldn't let him because he was on probation at the time, and I did not want him to go to jail just because of my fucking stupid ex.
Well, according to Tokari, he said he's one of those people too.
Oh. Well, at least I'm not the only one, you know what I mean? Like, that makes me feel a lot better.
He said stalker.
He was legit stalking me, though. Like, that was the craziest shit.
Well,
now, like,
I ain't
we're
disagreeing.
all good. That's, like, we're good. We live in a different state.
He said man whore, what can I say?
Hang on, my food got here. My food! My food! My food!
Do you have any comments towards her story, DJ?
It's just shitty that people would take advantage of people.
So, yeah.
And just treat them with respect. If you want to be respectful, then treat them the way you want them to treat you back.
Right. Facts, man. Facts. Straight facts. But yeah, so when she comes back, but yeah, that's I don't know, like I said, like for me, just I've always just been into girls since a very, very young age. So it's like, bro, middle school, like to me, was like the most fun time ever because after elementary school was over, like it was a whole new world because you had older girls that were now at my disposal. I was like, damn. Because before, it's like in elementary school, yeah, you had older girls, but it's like in elementary school, you're still somewhat like developing, right? Because you're not fully like matured yet. Like even in middle school, you're really not. But at that point in time, you've kind of already like blossomed somewhat into what you're gonna be, like almost mature, right? Like by the time you hit your freshman and sophomore year, like you're basically almost there. If you're not a person that does like lifting weights and stuff like that, you're basically at your peak. Yeah, girls can still go through puberty like longer than boys, but for the most part, by the time you hit high school, you're really like you won't really have many growth spurts or anything like that unless you're like an extremely late bloomer. But like I said, like middle school, whoo! And he says, "Don't take no shits from a stalker."
Yeah, dude.
Don't take no shits from a stalker, bro.
Well,
I'm back. I got my food, and this is a big ass fucking burrito.
No, you're good. But like I was saying, I was just like for me, just middle school was the best because it was like I finally got to see older girls. It was like, wow. Mm-hmm. Because like by the time you hit 5th grade, like most 5th graders, they ain't got nothing really for you to look at besides like maybe like a butt or something. Because most 5th graders,
training sports bras.
Yeah, like most 5th graders aren't gonna have like freaking massive jugs at that age. Even this is kind of getting weird to talk about as a grown adult. But the point is like in like 6th to 8th grade, that's usually when like females were really maturing and like you would really see a lot of stuff. Yes, you'd have those late bloomers that do it in high school, but middle school, I'm telling you, it was literally just like the best buffet I could have, like for women. Like, and that sounds really fucked up to say, but yeah.
We were all at our peak, man. We were all like, you know.
Like I was fucking doing good in elementary school, but like middle school it was so much fun because there was dances, there was so much like there were so many opportunities. Like yeah, in high school there is even more because you can drive and everything like that, but just middle school it's right there. You get to see like it's just everything, man, and I fucking loved it. It was so much fun.
For sure.
You are a man whore. I was a man whore. I can tell you that, Toe Cutter, for sure. You missed the earlier part in the segment where we were kind of talking about it already before you popped in. I can admit it. Like I was like my body count's very high. I went through women like a number.
I did too, so it's okay. Except not women.
Yeah, but and it's just like I don't know. It's just something I did. Like I said, when you're a jock, for sure, you definitely get that in your head too. That's something I didn't say either. Just growing up, it's just like that. My ego was higher than like I know my ego's still there, but like obviously, only difference between me there and now is like I got a dad bod now. I ain't got the old soccer bod that I used to have. I just got dad bod because I got 2 kids now. I'm an old fart, 26 years old, so I'm an old fart now. So, but yeah, but like I said, the middle school is it was so much fun. The dances, the just like fundraisers and stuff. Like, bro, there was so much time to mac on a female. Like, there really was.
It was.
And then just high school was just icing on the cake. It's just bam. Then the only bad part about high school with dating was the fact that you had to take the girls out. I hated that because I always needed money and like I had to do some shady shit to get some money sometimes. But either way, like it's just like, bro, I remember one time I fucking spent like almost $100 on a date. I was like, what the fuck? And it wasn't just, it was like movies, dinner, and we went out for ice cream after. And I was like, fuck, y'all are expensive. Luckily, fucking Netflix and chill came, and that fucking cheapened the date.
We'll take like $1 cheeseburger from McDonald's.
Imagine that. Every man is a man whore. It's just life. Like, no, I'm just saying, like, but thank God for Netflix and chill. Like, that really saved my pocket. Like, once, like, shit started going, like, staying at home and stuff like that, that saved me so much. I was like, yes, I don't gotta spend as much money. Like, yeah, I'll buy us food, but, like, that's about it. Like, I got my license as quick as I could, which is basically 16 years old. So, I had my license right away. I was fucking driving everywhere. I was taking girls wherever. Obviously, I was bugging the shit out of my parents to let me use the car. But, like, that's what I'm saying. Like, middle school was just, it was there. Because you had your own chauffeurs, your parents, or the other person's parents. Like I said, life was good. You didn't have to worry about shit. The moment you hit high school, it's like, it's really, you're starting to think about your future somewhat. And then after that, it's like, once you graduate, it's like, shit, am I going to college? No. Okay, now I need a job. And then it's like, fuck, the adult world sucks. Like, being an adult sucks. Like, I keep telling my son now, I'm like, you only got 10 more glorious years left before you really have to, like, be a grown-up. Because at that point, yeah, I'm going to still take care of you, like, with some financial stuff, but I ain't paying for everything anymore. Like, yo ass got to do what my parents did. They fucking told me, you want something, get a job, earn your own money. Like, they stopped paying. Go ahead.
I said that's how my parents were. Like, if you want something, get a job. Like, I was always applying to places.
My parents first started doing
that when
I was 16.
No, it's okay. I wasn't that. I used to sell some weed on the side to get my money. That was the way around here, to be honest, because you could easily make like $300 in a day.
Oh yeah.
I was like running. I was rolling in some dough, so I was like, it was nothing to me. But no, I did not become an actual whore. I just sold weed on the side. But yeah, like I said, like my parents, like as soon as I turned 18, boom, they were already asking for like my half in the phone bill, like just all the stuff that I wanted, like my gym membership. They were making me pay for it, stuff like that, like all the small stuff. And then like now, obviously, I've established myself so that I got 2 cars of my own. Yeah, I still live at home, but that's because times are tough out here right now. So for me, I'm not one of those people that rips on someone for living at home. It's just, it really is a tough time, and I know COVID doesn't help. But I do plan on obviously getting out of here, hopefully in the next few years, and actually leaving the nest so that, like, but I know it happens. Like, bro, everybody like lives at home for a certain amount of time or forever. And to me, it's never a bad thing. But I get why people say you want your own place because you want your own privacy. Because at the end of the day, when you live with your parents still, or with roommates, there's still that one boundary of like it's really not yours yet because you're sharing it. And when you live at home, obviously your parents overrule you and everything that you say. Yeah, you might get away with a few things here and there, but for the most part, if they get fed up with you, they can literally kick you out if you're over the age 18. And then with your case, Shannon, your roommates, they could just fucking leave you and y'all would be fucked with the rent. Because that happened to my brother. He was living with 4 people, all close, very close friends that he met when he was waitressing. They got a house within a year. 3 of them literally just got up one day and left, and they left my brother with the bill. And obviously he couldn't afford it by himself because it was literally meant to be split 4 ways. So that's the only bad part about living with people.
Still go through that. Like one person has more money than the other because the other spends.
Oh yeah, of course, toe cutter.
Truck part, or
Yeah,
it's just like ugh.
Of course, toe cutter. We know that parents are always the boss.
Tries to stream full time, but then I have a mental breakdown and I take a month off where I don't make any money.
And it's all right. Like I said, you're gonna figure out your niche, and as long as you're still, even if you're not streaming, as long as you're like posting content and stuff, you can still grow as somebody that's like that. Like for me, like I've been posting a lot more than I used to, and it's gonna just keep going from there, and I'm not gonna stop. Obviously, I'm just gonna keep giving it my all, and at one point, yeah, like I'll have to take a step and say, hey, is this worth me like really giving it this much effort if I'm not growing anymore? But right now, I'm just in all go phase, so for that, it's just building the community. Yeah, I have some good frequent regulars, just like my buddy Toe Cutter that's watching us. He definitely comes in here when he can, because I know he's got stuff to do of his own. So, but like I said, hopefully me posting more and everything like that, because there's somebody that I saw on Twitter like a while back, maybe like 2-3 months ago, or maybe longer. I don't remember, but it was before she got partnered. She put out this video stating that like if you're a streamer, you also need to be using social media. And I already knew that, but the way she broke it down was basically that when you stream, let's just use the example. Say today, like so far I've streamed for almost 5 hours, right? Within those 5 hours, that's all the window you're giving yourself to grow, right? Without social media, right? And with social media, you use it as a way to get to know people, talk to your followers if they follow you, stuff like that. Grow, post clips, and that's why I'm harping so much on people to get us clips, because it's like, look, we're gonna post on ours, and it's gonna help grow both of us at the same time, even though it may not look like you're benefiting from it, but you are, because it's like, all right, there are people that look at UAG's page more than they look at your individual one, so it's like they're gonna start coming to you. And for me, like I'm really posting. I'm trying to get as many clips as I can. I'm going through old videos right now on my Twitch, and that one just takes a little bit longer because fucking Twitch is not the greatest with editing, because you have to use their stupid shit editing, and it's not the greatest. But I'm posting a lot more. I'm definitely trying to make a push, and I'm trying to get some thumbnails done and get back on like YouTube, just posting videos. I'm probably never gonna stream there again, but I'm definitely gonna try to grow the YouTube channel and then just keep going from there. And next thing you know, maybe I go into vlogging, and I don't care if people like watch it or whatever, but it's just something. So.
Definitely with that stuff too. It's like,
oh no, I know, Toe Cutter, and I appreciate every time you come in here.
I hate saying it, but you need to have like a good relationship with a good amount of people. Like you can't just be one of those people that are only looking out for themselves and being a scummy scumbag to other content creators. Because like, for example, like I haven't been doing the greatest on my Twitter for a while now. But then, like, I've always had this friend who we've always talked to. We have therapy sessions. Hi, Plague, if you're watching this, hello. He's fucking great. And then we start playing with each other more. We start getting to know each other more. And there's more to a person than just their streaming. But at the same time, if they can help you grow and you help them grow, it's going to be great for both of you. Because, like, my latest tweet, fucking, I used to never get over 100 likes on a tweet. Like, that's insane. And then this guy just
get some.
like was just like, yeah, I just put your tweet in a plug chat and like here you go. And I'm just like, holy
Check with
shit,
that
over
first.
5,000 impressions, dude. That's crazy. And like if you're a genuine person in this industry, you will get somewhere and you will also be able to help other people, good genuine people, get to where they need to be too.
Oh yeah, no, for sure. I totally agree with that part. You do need to know some people. Unfortunately, but at the same time, they can easily sniff you out when you're just looking out for yourself. So it's like you gotta genuinely get to know the person to help you grow. And then obviously, if you part ways, you part ways. But for the most part, you do need to know some people to get those connections. Because not everybody just magically gets those connections. It's because they know somebody and then they talk to them and that's how they get their connections. So definitely be like this today. Like hopefully DJ decides like, okay, these, like, I'm starting to get to know them. I want to get to know them a little bit more, and the more podcasts we do like this, he's like, all right, wow, they're really not like bad people. And it's just kind of like how it is in this type of industry. You're feeling your way, and there are people you really need to get involved with, and there's some you need to let go of. That's the sad part too. I'm not saying you need to forget where you're coming from, but like there's sometimes where you gotta drop certain people for a little bit because you need to keep going, right? And if they understand they're true supporters of you, they're gonna get all butthurt and they're like, oh well, you don't even care. Like, without me, like, you wouldn't be where you're at. I'm like, well, yes, that is true. Without you, I wouldn't be where I'm at. But it's like, I'm not forgetting you. Now there are people that do forget the people that did help them start, but they gotta understand. They gotta understand that they're not gonna be the number ones anymore because there's gonna be new number ones. Like, it's weird.
Yeah. That's the craziest stuff too, because I will always remember when I first became affiliate. My first sub ever on Twitch was actually DJ. DJ was the very first subscriber I ever had on Twitch when I hit affiliate.
Wait, I was?
Yeah.
That's why you have the number one on when you type, like, when you're a sub, like when you sub to her channel, you always have a number one. Because whoever, they have a top 10 basically. So whoever's in the top 10 of your first 10 subscribers, they'll always have a 1 when they're sub to you.
Yep.
I didn't know that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you were my first subscriber ever.
And Toe Cutter, it's because I'm a very relaxed person. I'm not one of those people that is just going to ban you. Like, there's a difference. Now, if I know you're coming at me all sideways and everything, yeah, you're going to get banned from my chat. But if you're just doing it for wholesome fun, having some fun with it, like, I can see the difference. So that's why. Like, with me and you, we vibe. So, like, I get it. Like, you're just trying to tell some jokes. Hey, look, there's Antoine.
Antoine!
Well,
The king himself has arrived.
What's up, man?
Are you saying I'm not number 4 anymore, fucker? No, I'm just saying, we're talking about how the first 10 like subs that you ever get, they'll have a number 1 next to them when they are sub to your channel. That's what we're talking about, Toe Cutter. We're not talking about like favorite people that you like in chat. We're just talking about how Twitch has now put the top 10 like subscribers ever to sub to you will always have a number 1 when they're sub to you, instead of like your sub badge.
I don't even know what a sub is, man. No, freaking. I got 3 subs so far. I'm pretty proud of it. I mean, freaking, I've been doing this for like 8 months, like 10 months now. Freaking, not bad.
Yeah. So since Anton joined us a little late, if you want to describe yourself a little bit, that'd be great.
Oh yeah, man. I do the Apex, everything Apex, man. I love Apex. I'm actually playing right now with the boys. We're just on a little break right now. Jeff's smoking a cigarette, and pretty much no, just pretty laid back guy. Very team oriented. Um, I mean, if it wasn't for pretty much like all of you guys, I wouldn't be where I am now. You know what I mean? Uh, Big shout out to Chemo as well.
We
Chemo,
love chemo.
Chemo, yeah, he helped me out with like Twitch and um, everything. I was kind of like, I don't know, not super smart with it all when I first came on, and he showed me a little bit. So, um, just awesome dude. But yeah, no, I'm pretty much just all Apex, man. That's it. Nothing too crazy.
Anything else about you besides gaming?
What's up? You like break it up? I could like barely hear you.
I said anything besides gaming.
Oh yeah, I do. Actually, it's pretty interesting. I just got a job at the medical marijuana field. Um, so that's pretty cool. I'm gonna start that up.
Heck yeah.
That's gonna be. I'm going through like a bunch of papers, through the state and everything like that. So it's gonna take some time.
It's
But
freaking awesome though.
Have you had to
yeah,
go through
no,
the COVID test yet?
that's my passion. So uh, you know,
Have they made you take the test yet? The COVID test?
oh no, we have a smaller base team, so we don't have to do any of that stuff.
You want to get plucked up the nose.
Oh, I know. It's it's like franchisee, I guess. Like it's everyone kind of. There's 74 branches in Rhode Island, and they're all like franchised out. Like so, like they're all, they all do their own thing. You know what I mean?
Understandable. But like, what else are you into? Like besides gaming?
Mm.
Obviously,
I don't really do
weed.
much. I work a lot. Bro. I work a lot. You know, I'd be working 5 days a week, just about. So, but yeah, that's just about it. I just skateboarded. Um, that's it, man. I don't really do much. Gaming is priority right now.
Did he say water? I don't know if you can hear. If you can hear him, you'll know what he's talking about. But yeah, you kind of came in, kind of like where we were ending with our kind of sexual upbringing, like kind of like what we went through as like kids, like I was a total ladies man whore growing up, like
I
that's,
was a hoe, but I was just looking for love.
and then DJ can tell you his side.
I just did whatever I could do. So
Would you like to explain any of your little lust stories that you had as a kid?
Oh, bro, crazy fucking. I used to. I live right next to URI when I was a kid. So like URI, University of Rhode Island. So like I was fucking always going there. I never went to college, but I was always like fucking go to the frat parties and stuff. Sorry, I'm like doing like 100 things right now.
No, you're good. My buddy Toe Cutter says, "Don't hotbox that bong, kid."
Yeah, bro. I got a blunt going right now. Fucking thing is litty. But yeah, no. So, fucking. Oh my god, man. We built shanties. We called it the shanty. It was like a fortress in the fucking trees, and like we had like it was super cool because like it was like a hammock that had that was obviously in the trees, and then there was a fire like right below it, so it pretty much like heated you in the fall time, and while you're just chilling there, and there was like a platform and stuff, so there was like coolers, having all your shit. Craziest thing was probably my 18th birthday, man. I had like it was like 200 people at this like UMass Dartmouth party. It was fucking nuts. There was people like on like the what is it? The fucking the ceiling and shit. They were like fucking like on the roof. Excuse me, the roof. Fucking higher than 3 stones right now, but yeah, they were on the roof, man. It was like crazy. People were jumping off the roof. It was nuts. Fucking
That's
nuts.
crazy.
We needed you in here earlier. Shit.
Right?
Oh my gosh, you or I was crazy, but yeah, no, I grew up with like that type of frat crowd. Yeah.
Were you into sports or anything growing up or no?
I don't follow any sports, no.
Or you're just the typical pothead that munchies all the time then, right?
Munches, I'm great at cooking. Love to cook, bro. Oh my god.
So you're telling us you're a fucking Chef Ramsay over there?
No,
Yes,
no
sir.
Ramsey, bro. No Ramsey, but I'll tell you though, I get around, you know. Lemon chicken is something famous, man. I tell you, fucking, I had a couple of fucking people over here. They were like, they didn't eat chicken. They didn't eat chicken, right? None of them eat chicken. Oddest thing. I don't know who doesn't eat chicken, by the way.
Right.
But oddest. So I was like, all right, try this. You know, just it's lemon chicken. I do a little garlic in it as well, and I saute it with some wine, a wine sauce. That shit is fucking fire. I swear to God, bro, she was like, I'm gonna have to take some home. Yeah.
Hell yeah.
I gotta to eat some of that chicken. But
Sounds so good.
but yeah, I'm gonna put myself on mute for a little bit. All right.
Yeah, that's
Sir.
fine. Hold on, guys. Sorry, I got to stretch. I had to get up. But if anybody wants to like bring up anything else, that'd be.
Crazy thing that Antoine just brought up chicken because I'm eating a chicken burrito right now.
And I have no idea, Toe Cutter, if he was in Munchville last night. He probably was.
It probably was. Oh. I'm getting hiccups now.
So what else you got, DJ? You're the quietest one out of the two of us.
I know. I don't know. I mean, so like when I was like growing up too, like I always went to like the Cleveland Browns training camp because like I live right by it, so like it's cool to see the training camp when they do it.
Ew, you're a Browns
And-
fan? Get out of here.
Hey, you know what? I'm a Browns fan. I'm a Indians fan. I'm a Buckeyes fan. I'm more of a Buckeyes fan than a Browns fan because I like college football more than NFL. Because college, they go.
What's funny is that
they,
like fucking everybody
have
says that.
competition. Because like it's like more competition. Because like everyone tries to be like the best that they could, but like once you're in the NFL, like you don't go up more, you just stay there. So you gotta prove. Like even basketball, I like college basketball more than NBA. It's just crazy.
Toe Cutter said a great fan.
And also like it's crazy because like me growing up, like Cleveland wasn't like as popular as it is nowadays. Like last year we had the All-Star game for the baseball. Next year we have the NFL draft, and like the following year we have the NBA All-Star. So it's like the surrounding area of Cleveland's like growing as Cleveland is growing too. So I always get jokes about it, like, "Oh, how did you Chicago River catch on fire?" I'm like, I don't know, because like that's a famous thing for Cleveland too. It's the river catching on fire.
That's funny.
Yeah, it's. And then also like, I mean like I've been to Ohio State. I've been on the field. I know someone that I know is playing for the Saints right now, so it's cool to know that too.
He said fantastic football and basketball.
No,
Yeah.
that's the thing I love watching on fucking TikTok is where people are like, "What's your most famous high school alumni?" And I'm just like, "Oh shit." Because mine is Jason Sehorn.
Mine's Jim Tressel.
Mine is he was a fullback for the Dallas Cowboys.
Nice.
I just can't remember his name. Oh, Tony Fiametta.
Oh, nice. Yeah, I love fucking learning that shit. It's just like, whoa, that's so crazy.
That's the most famous person ever that's gone in my town.
Plus, like, I live right by where like Jake Paul used to live and like Logan Paul, so like I know their cousins, and it's just weird.
Oh god.
They don't look alike. So
wait, so you've seen them in person? That's crazy.
Yeah, because like I live 30 minutes away from where they used to go to school.
Damn, yours is Herschel Walker. Whoa.
Their school.
DJ, you can expose them. You would get famous for exposing them.
So did they go on the raids like they were claiming they didn't?
No, I mean, I don't know them personally. I just know.
No, I know. We're just messing with you, man.
But like, it's cool because like they're like conference, like for like the school conference, it's all conference too. So like people that I know face them in like football and wrestling or whatever they did, and also like my senior year. Well, no, my sister's senior year of high school, they faced Mitchell Trubisky's high school team. So like and now he plays for the Chicago Bears. So like it's cool that I have connections to like some of these famous people. So
what's funny is like for me, when I was in college, I got to meet Tavon Austin and freaking Geno Smith when I was at West Virginia. So I got to see them before they went into the NFL.
See on Tuesday, like the perks of working right by the training camp is sometimes you'll see a Browns player or like someone, yeah. And on Tuesday, I saw Odell Beckham.
Oh shit!
He gave me a fist pump. Yeah.
That's cool, man. That's really cool.
Yeah, he drove in his Rolls Royce and I'm like, yup, that's him.
And what'd he get? Do you remember his order?
He got like 12 sandwiches, medium strawberry banana smoothie, and then 12 hash browns.
Dang.
Yeah.
It was like 4 bacon, egg, cheese McGriddles, 4 sausage, egg, cheese McGriddles, and then an egg muffin, and then the rest was like a sausage, egg muffins. It was something like that.
Oh, so
it's weird because like, well, he probably bought for like players, because like that's usually what they do.
You never know. He could have ate all of it.
They usually call ahead, like someone from the Browns would call ahead and say, "Hey, we're gonna have a big order," but they didn't do that. They just swore up. But like a couple of weeks ago too, we were at a park playing basketball, or we were about to, and Odell was there too. So like my buddies got a picture with Odell.
That's fucking awesome, dude. But not to cut off your story. My buddy Toe Cutter says, "Ooh, I got a good question for y'all. What's the hardest thing you've done so far?"
Hardest thing that we've done so far?
Yeah, I'm guessing like in life, just in general.
Oof.
For me, I guess when I decided to take when I decided to leave West Virginia for my son, I basically chose, instead of going to, not saying I was gonna make it to the pros, but I had a pretty good shot to, but at the same time it wasn't guaranteed, and I already was missing out a lot on his life, and I chose to go take care of him instead of pursuing that career, even though all my friends were telling me that, hey man, you'll be able to take care of him. I'm like, yeah, but say I don't make it, right? I waste almost 5 years of his life, like, because I was already I was still going back and forth between there, and it's about a 3.5-4 hour drive from where I live. So at the time, I was just like, I was doing my thing for the first 2 years, and then I got a partial scholarship there, so that's why. So I was up for basically like the I was like, it was a performance based, so they were gonna give me like the rest of it if I performed, had good whatever they needed, good grades, and I hit all those expectations. But at the same time, I was like, you know what? I don't know if this dream is worth it. Because he's missing out, I'm missing out more than anything on so much of his life. So, to me, it was the hardest decision to walk away. Even though I didn't want to, but at the same time, I was like, you know what? I was like, yeah.
EJ's turn.
Just for me, it's dealing with my speech impediment because like I still have to do it day in and day out, and getting over the fact that some people won't understand what I'm saying, but it's hard for them to relate to it.
Mm-hmm.
And what else? Yeah, I think that's it.
I think honestly for
Yeah,
me,
Toe Cutter definitely
within
was.
my lifetime, like I have like two of them. One's not bad, but then the other one's like, obviously bad. Like growing up without a mom and being a woman, it's pretty fucking hard because like obviously my dad didn't know like what periods were because he never experienced them. Like he didn't know really how to help me. I'm not gonna have my mom there when I have my kids or when I walk down the aisle. I think that's the hardest thing that I'm always gonna deal with. But then like with the hobby side, like with I'm gonna call it my job, I would say the hardest part with my job was creating UAG, to be honest. Like that was the biggest step after like, going through a bunch of dumb shit. And then I finally decided I don't want a regular 9 to 5 job. I want to be my own boss and I want to do something great. So
Right.
UAG is probably one of the hardest jobs I could ever have, but it's way more better than anything else I could imagine.
Toe Cutter says all of our stories were very hard choices.
Yeah.
Yeah, like I said, just why for me walking away from that, it was something I definitely just like. Toe Cutter said he said that he wouldn't have known you not being there, and so like for me that was one thing I don't want to miss out on a lot because at 5 years old you can still remember some stuff. Obviously, you don't remember everything, but I don't know. I just had my dad just not down my neck, but always reminding me like he's your responsibility. So that was just like I said, that was the turning point. I was like, you know what, I'm just gonna walk away from my dream, and maybe he'll be the one, or my daughter. I don't know. We'll see. Maybe one of them will get that shot at it that I didn't get to. Because technically, if I'm following suit, my dad never accomplished any of where I got, and he always told me like I was just striving to give you better than what I got. So for me, I'm gonna try to make sure that both of them get further than what I got. Hopefully, so shit. If they make it professionally, fuck yeah, it's great. If they don't, I hope they pick a good career path.
Mm-hmm.
So for me, I'll be happy either way.
I just hope my kids in life are like just happy, because like us growing up, like yeah, we had a lot of good stuff, but like a lot of the younger generations don't understand is like now, like we had some tough ass shit to go through, and some of the shit I don't even want my kids to even imagine going through. So I just hope they're generally happy.
Right, that's the best you can
and not
do.
depressed like me.
Right, Toe Cutter just said you don't know people by their easy choices. It's the hard ones where people show who they really are made of. And then he said, give them the opportunities that is best you can do.
Yep. Pretty much.
Yeah, and I agree. I agree with all that too. And honestly, out of all of us, I'd give DJ the hardest one because I know that's definitely not easy to deal with. Even though I know we talked about it earlier, but it's definitely not something that is very easy to deal with because so many people can just make fun of you so fast. Like,
Well,
and you don't even see it coming. Like, you just think you're.
Yeah, and
Like-
I'm sure his parents weren't expecting, any of this to happen. I'm sure he didn't expect any of this to happen. So, like, with our situations, like, yeah, obviously shit happens. It usually does. Like, we have to make those tough choices or someone passes away. But with DJ, like, he couldn't control it at all, and he still can't and never will be able to.
Right.
And people just have to fucking accept it and stop being such pieces of shit.
Basically, to be honest.
Because DJ's great either way.
Thanks.
Are you
You're welcome.
Are you at work right now?
Me?
Yeah, because I swear, like, I feel like I hear an echo. Like, it sounded like a microwave. I was like, what the fuck?
No, I'm not.
Okay.
I'm at home.
That might be my cats playing on the ground right now.
I don't know why they would sound like a microwave, but I don't know. But
They're playing with a ball, okay? I don't know.
I'm not saying okay.
I don't know what you're
I'm not
hearing
arguing
now.
with you. I'm just saying, like, I don't know why it sounded like a microwave, but it did. But
Noah, what if I did have a microwave in here, huh? I like my midnight snack.
convenient person you are then.
I used to have a coffee pot in here. Before.
That's
A
not
long
that's
time ago, I had my own coffee pot.
that's nothing bad. I used to have a Keurig in my room, so
Hell yeah.
don't worry. Like, the only thing I have in here that's maybe actually no, I think before I used to have a microwave in my room. That was funny. I used to have one.
Oh, and we're talking. What the hell, Perez?
I used to. It was like when I was like it was when I came back from college. I had a microwave because I took one with me when I left, so I brought it home with me. But the thing was, the microwave that was one of the ones that I grew up with. It broke finally when I came back, and basically, we used it for like almost 5 years as the main microwave. We just put it where the old one used to be, and then yeah, so.
Nice.
But now that we have a different one, but either way, like I said, it used to be in my room because when I first came back, we didn't have anywhere to put it, so I just put it in my room. I was like, fuck it, shit. I'll just heat up shit in my room.
Just because of this conversation, I want to put a coffee pot back in my room.
I must go for dinner, and I know each other of you a little bit better. Hey, man. Appreciate you coming out. It's all right. We're probably going to wrap up here soon anyways because, like I said, I ain't trying to make, like, a forever episode.
A forever going.
Great. So, it's all right, Soka. I appreciate you coming out here. We appreciate the questions that you asked us and everything like that. So, enjoy your dinner, sir. And you'll see more of these happening, hopefully. Like, the max would maybe be 3 times a week. But right now, we're just going for once a week. That's the goal.
Heck yeah, baby.
And it may not be the same day every time. So, just because I know everybody has different schedules.
I'm sure all of us have a lot of ideas for future ones.
Oh, yeah. Like, obviously, after today, everybody can brainstorm of stuff we can talk about. Like I said, this is just for us to get to know each other and talk about anything.
Mm-hmm.
He said, peace, more weed is a good thing. But yeah, like I said, we learned a lot more about DJ, and I know more than just watching him stream. So, like I said, these things are meant to get us to know people better. So for me, I'm excited to hopefully just keep this thing going. And I know we have our doubters, or like even in our own little bubble of people in UAG, I know some people were like whatever, they're just being stupid with this idea, and just like, look, just because it doesn't look like a smart idea, it's like, what are all these other orgs doing, right? They're doing little collabs because they live together, but since we're in COVID, we're doing the best that we can, right? Right, and next thing you know, maybe in these podcasts we do like little challenges in front of the camera, So, like I said, it's just
what do we have to lose?
Nothing.
We have nothing to lose.
Nothing at all. I think my daughter was almost coming in the room. But yeah, like I said, it's just these are just, it's just meant for us to have good, wholesome fun, get to know each other, And like I said, the more we do it, obviously, we won't have to go through like the welcomes. We'll just be treating it like any other day. Just be like, hey, how was your day? What happened? Stuff like that. Like, we could even talk about that now. How was everybody's day today before we got into this?
Mine was all right. I was streaming, and then that's basically it.
Mine was good. I woke up at like noon and then I, played a little bit of excuse me, Call of Duty, trying to get those camos, and then I ordered food and here we are.
Mine was going good too. I woke up early, then I streamed for like 3 hours before we got in here. And then and then here we are. We started literally this podcast almost 2 hours ago, so
That's lit though. I love that.
right? Like I said, like for me, these podcasts aren't going to be super lengthy, so next week may be a little shorter than this one. I know we're just really excited. And obviously, also, I've just been trying to give anybody else opportunity because I saw somebody else responded that they might come, but if they don't come, they don't come. Like I said, I'm not here to hunt you down. If you want to be a part of the podcast, I tell you what time it is. You show up. You show up. You don't show up. I'm sorry, but I'm not here to just keep chasing you because you said that. Oh, let me know. And I'm just like, well, next time, just join us. I put it for everybody to see. It's not like I didn't tell you. I said it multiple times. I even reminded people before, like 2 hours before the podcast was about to begin. So.
Well, and who knows? Maybe like in future podcast stuff that we could, maybe invite other, content creators that people love to, hear about or learn more about, or, some other org owners or,
right. Yeah, like I said, these could open up doors. This could open up doors to other stuff, like you said earlier, help us meet new people, right? So, and then help with success. Maybe we run into another podcaster is like, hey, you guys could maybe do this next time around or stuff like that. So, and then like for me, I was streaming it too because like Toe Cutter came in and gave us a couple good questions, good comments. So that's why I was streaming it.
I have a couple of good ideas of people who would probably love to be a part of a podcast, and I know a lot of people who want certain people to be on podcasts. So, I mean,
I'm hoping after today, I hope Irrelevant comes in, to be honest, because I know deep down he's not a big fan of this because he was just concerned on the consistency and like how it was gonna go, and like, bro, don't worry. When I'm determined on something, I'm gonna get it done. So look, I made sure at 5:00, me and you were in here. DJ showed up literally right at 5. So we literally got this ball rolling, and it's okay that we only start off with 3. It's not a big deal.
It's just gonna grow.
Right, and if this thing turns into no, you're good. And if this turns into something, that's great. If it doesn't, hey, at least we're pushing. People can see it. Like I said, I'm hopefully. If anything, if I have to do the editing, I'll do it. But if I can find somebody to just do the edit to make it look a little better, get a little sample size of everything. So
and at the end of the day, like I hope we're all just having fun and like hanging out and talking. And,
well, yeah, that's the main goal of this too. That's what podcasts are for. Like I know some are meant to like deal with like political issues, and some talk about specific things. And yeah, we may get to that, we may not. But overall, it's just free conversation and good laughs. If someone decides to cry, that's okay too. There's
You're
no
talking about me because I'm usually the crier.
but there's no judgment. This is the thing. Like no one's gonna judge you for doing that. So. So do we have any other like few things we want to end with? Because like at the 2-hour mark, we're gonna cut it.
I think this was a good first go ahead. I really think it is.
Yeah, I think so too.
Yeah, I've enjoyed it.
About our personal lives and shit that probably a lot of people don't know. So
right, and
that's a good first start.
Yeah, and obviously we also talked about just stuff, COVID, relations, just everything, and that's how it is. Talked about a little bit of sports, just everything. Antoine came in for a little bit, talked about his little life too, and about weed.
About weed.
So, and lemon chicken. Can't forget the lemon chicken.
Lemon chicken, the lemon chicken, man, with the Hawaiian sauce. You can't forget about that.
All right. See, and it's good, wholesome fun. Now we know something more about Antoine. So,
Yeah, because I want to try some of his chicken.
right, you could just send it to us.
Right.
I think out of all of us, never mind. No, I was about to say I was gonna think DJ is, but he's not because he's to the left of the United States. So I don't know who would be closer out of the three of us, to be honest. I think it'd be
I
me.
have no idea.
Maybe. I don't know. But
Closest.
because I'm in Maryland, he's Ohio. You're all the way in Oregon, so you don't even count.
Nope.
They beat you.
Okay, so yeah. But like I said, this is all just wholesome fun. Like I said, maybe after a couple we do goofy challenges or something like we. And like I said, eventually the requirements are going to be a microphone and camera, Shannon.
Hey, I'm getting there. I'm getting there.
No, I know, but what I mean is like, eventually we're gonna have to do that, and for me, I'm hoping like it's not gonna be. I'm probably gonna have to take off the main camera I have on my stream so that where we are like in Discord if we had to use Zoom, that camera would be the camera that shows instead of like this. But even this is still fun either way. It's just something like I said I saw on Twitter, and I saw another org do it, and I've seen just people do it, and it's just a good way to do things right now. Like we just can't be near each other right now, so you know what? Fuck, let's use the internet to our advantage.
Right.
I don't know. So anybody want to like think of a good topic to end it, like, or is there anything that anybody has that they want to know?
Favorite fast food place, and that's where we're gonna end it on. Boop.
Swear to God, if DJ says McDonald's, then he's really hooked.
Fuck no. McDonald's.
No, I know. Like, of course, when you work there for so long, you fucking hate the food. But go ahead, DJ. You start us off then.
Chipotle.
Ooh, that's a good one. Okay, wait. Let's do it. Let's do it this way. Top 5.
Top 5.
Yeah, let's do it that way. I think that's a little bit better because then it creates controversy and it gives us a little more to talk about.
Chipotle, Wendy's, Taco Bell, McDonald's if I have to, and Chick-fil-A.
Those are good choices, actually. I'm not dissing his choices at all.
No.
Go ahead, Shannon. Your turn.
Oh God. Okay. Carl's Jr.
Okay.
In-N-Out. Panda Express. I'm gonna say it because I'm just gonna say like it's more of a fast food place. I'm just saying it. But Olive Garden.
I don't agree with them being fast food, but okay.
You know what? Honestly, I'm probably gonna have to say like Domino's.
Hold on, give me a second.
Domino's is good.
Yeah.
Ours is like writing down his top 5, trying to decide. do 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 boop do 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 do. Oh, he's like muted and everything.
Yeah.
Oh my God, my cats are tweaking out. You know, I cannot wait to find you guys good homes so you guys can go harass other humans of the world, not just me. You little shits.
All right. For me, I'd say, fuck. I'd definitely go. Okay, all right. So I'd definitely go, In and Out, Carl's Jr.'s, Wendy's, Burger King, and Chick-fil-A.
Hell yeah, Burger King, man.
Hold on.
What are you crazies doing, dude? You guys just decide, like, after your nap, it's time to go all crackhead on me?
Sorry, no. Sister's calling about my son's cake for tomorrow. So yeah, but yeah, like, I don't know, like, I didn't think you'd put McDonald's in your top 10. I mean, top 5, DJ. Yeah, I figured that would be like one of the last things you'd want to eat.
Well, because like I never tried In and Out. I mean,
I've been to Cali so much, so that's why I know it.
there's not really too much fast food over here. Like we're getting like Canes now, we're getting Culver's, but like I don't try that stuff because like I've heard it's like the same as Chick-fil-A and McDonald's. So, but it's like McDonald's. Like McDonald's is like if I have to eat it, I'll eat it, but that's usually when I'm just at work. So.
Well, at least we all have good lists, to be honest.
Nothing wrong with free food from McDonald's.
See, that's why I didn't put Taco Bell on mine, because I've worked at Taco Bell for like 5 years, and I'm just like, Same with KFC.
There's something to show you about
Well,
the cake.
I just eat the nuggets, and that's it.
Yeah, see, McDonald's nuggets are prime. I had those last night.
Well,
Oh, I eat the first quarter pounders. So.
but yeah, well, for me, I feel like that was a great way to end it. Hopefully, what do you guys think? Do you think everybody would be able to do next Friday?
Next Friday?
Yeah.
I should be able to.
Well, we can always change it. Don't like. I was just saying, maybe we can pick a day eventually, but we can try.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You already know I'm free 24/7, so.
Okay. Well,
I'm free and like after 1 p.m. every day. So.
hey. All right. Well, that was a good session.